Okay. Oh, well, there you are. Yeah, hello, folks. And it's happy Wednesday to you. Excuse me, it sounded a bit like a frog there. Grouchy old frog. But, what is going on? So, as I spoke with you guys about earlier today, where that stream got temporarily voided into the ether, what we were expecting today to see across the VREs and all the bigger assets, is pretty much what has happened so far today. We've seen Bitcoin, Litecoin, Solana, all these moves continue to slump as the ranges are not so tight, but also not too wide. Technically trending days. We've seen little trending moves down so far. Expected to see more in the run-up to traditional market open, and probably through the day again to see some more on the lower time frames, obviously, which is what we trade with the VEPs. And so we've seen, Solana dump out to below 200, Litecoin dump out to 100, back from like 100 and whatever it was at, 12, 114 down to like 100, 101, whatever. Bitcoin dumped down into the 95K range. Bitcoin also dumping down past the 30 power mean, smoothing like 10 on the daily time frame, and still remains in mean reversion to the 30-12. Technically speaking, 2 days ago, when Bitcoin was 102,000 before the dump, right, we're done. It was 2 days ago. Yeah, yesterday's candle. Before that little dump that happened from 102K, it was higher than the current RMLR is now, right? Like the very next day. So had it stayed up there for the day yesterday until today, it would have very likely completed that mean reversion on that 30 length daily RMLR. But it didn't. And so mean reversion remains in play. Bitcoin is now a good 5K away or so from the RMLR, which is currently around 100,000. Right? So it's come down even a couple thousand from where it was yesterday. And after tomorrow it's also dumping down a bit. If it does not complete the mean reversion today or tomorrow, then that RMLR will be heading back to the upside for some days, and back probably above 100K, maybe into the 105, 106, 110K region. We'll see as the days progress. If it takes longer to complete, but again, rest assured, the probability remains significantly higher that it will in fact complete that mean reversion before touching that third band to the downside of that RMLR, which again, remind you, why is that useful? Well, because it means, right, that the long target remains to that RMLR. So intraday you can scalp knowing that that is the long target. You can certainly take profit if it hits it. Of course, if lower time frames suggest it's going to continue to go higher, then great, go for it. But like, if it goes there and then it suggests that's it, it's run out of steam, it's a good place to take your profit, right? Because it's going to distribute away from that mean at some point once it hits it. And to the downside, if it were to dump, hello, I see you. What's your name? Lina? Anyway, hello. And to the downside, if Bitcoin is going to dump out towards the third band of the 30-12 RMLR, then you would front run profits, taking your profits on the shorts before it touches that line. Why? Because it's probably not going to touch that line until it hits the actual line of the 30-12. Why? Well, because it's in mean reversion. And you can say, well, but it's zigzagging all over the place. How can you say it's in mean reversion? Because it's in mean reversion. That's how it works, right? Once the asset stops hitting that third band, whether to the upside or the downside of an RMLR, once it stops hitting that third band for 2 or more candles, the statistical probability is extremely high that it will complete that mean reversion before hitting that band again. Do exceptions happen? Yes, exceptions happen. How often? Extremely rarely. Again, if the probability, well, hello there to YouTube. If the probability is 99.7 that the mean reversion will happen, right? 99.7 probability, roughly, the mean reversion will happen before touching that line. That is an extremely high probability. So can it happen? Yes, but it is extremely rare that the asset will touch. Now, does it happen? Again, like I said, yes, it does happen. On any time frame, we've seen it, practically, not on every time frame, but, on certainly on any asset that is old enough, has a long enough history. If you look up Bank of New York or whatever, you'll find that on any time frame practically, although to the yearly or whatever, because they've had, maybe not yearly, but at least 6 months, because they've had hundreds of years of history, right? Now, does that mean that it can't happen? If it happened relatively recently, no, it doesn't. If it happened relatively recently, it just means right each and every time it has a very high probability of completing the mean reversion first. Excuse me, I have a very bad sneeze. I don't know what happened. Weird when you get a strong sneezing attack. I think I walked through a cloud of dust or something, and something in that dust irritated me. Yeah, anyway, not your concern. But yeah, so the probability remains extremely high that it will complete that mean reversion before touching that third band to the downside again. And if it were to touch that band to the downside, like I said, that is a great place to take profits before it does. Because if it were to hit that band, it would likely be very fast and snap back up. And if it does not happen quickly and snap back up, it's still a great place to take profits. Why? Because A, you can always continue the move to the downside on an additional trade. And second of all, right, you can get the trade back to the RMLR once it stops hitting it. Because once it stops hitting it, that probability is extremely high, and in fact is significantly higher than the 99.7. Right? It's closer to a 98 or 99% at that point. It's closer to 99.8 or 99.9999% at that point. So, is it in your interest to be in a trade on an asset to the downside, on an asset that is likely to go to the upside? Well, if you're in a fast enough trade, then certainly you can definitely do that. If you're not in an asset, if you're not a fast enough trader, I highly don't recommend it. I really don't. Let me see. All right. Anyway, guys, let's go do it for now, real quick. Real quick video. What to look out for today? Like I said, trending moves in the bump to traditional market open. Look for those to happen. Look at the VRE targets. That's where you'll see the fastest trade. That's where you see the fastest moves happening. And yeah, that's going to do it for now, folks. Okay. Check you guys in the live stream on Alpha Trading Discord or Rumble. This starts at 11 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys there. If you need to just, you can either go to the Rumble channel of Alpha Trading. It's like rumble.com/c/Alpha Trading, something like that. Or just go to the Discord, which is where the live stream actually happens live. And you can participate by text and by voice in the live stream. You can also participate by text in the Rumble, but we don't always monitor that with the same intensity that we monitor the Discord. So to go to the Discord, just go to alphatradinghq.com/Discord. And that'll do it for now. All right. Take care. See you.